Just like, oh my God. His strength, but his touch and vision. It wasn't just about goals.
No.
It was just that all-round play. And they turned up at the cottage one day, and it was Wazza and Tevez up top. And he was just incredible. It was one of those games where I was in awe of him a little bit, thinking he's going to be one of the best players. Well, he was one of the best players. I think he had no weakness, because he could run behind when he played up top.
And he's quicker than people thought.
Quicker than people thought, strong as a bull. I don't know if he's underrated still, but I'm still not sure he gets the credit he deserves.
Yes, peoples, welcome to Outrageous TV, and today I'm doing a special on when players talk about other players, past and present. Yes, now, me personally, I love to watch these on Instagram and on YouTube. It's one of my favorite things to do, especially when I'm talking about my pops. Like, honestly, it just touches me in a real special way.
From working as an electrician to being an England international footballer. Black History Month Football Edition, Day 22. Cyrille Regis was born in French Guiana. He moved to England when he was 5. He played part-time football while training as an electrician. He caught the eye of West Brom's scouts. The scout was so sure that he'd be a hit that he even offered to pay the transfer fee out of his own pocket. West Brom signed him. There, he formed a partnership with 2 other black forwards,
Laurie Cunningham and Brendan Batson.
Their manager nicknamed them the 3 Degrees. Regis played 5 times for England, and he captained the England under-21s. Regis also won the FA Cup with Coventry City.
I love to give players their flowers while they are here. I love to hear about their peers give their experiences, because fans can do it all day and night, but what the hell do they know really? So to hear it from a fellow colleague just hits a little different. Less of my chat, let's run the first video, please.
Piece of control by Regis. Oh, what a great shot! Oh, Cyrille Regis.
Best player you've played with?
Oh, wow. Best player I've played with? Best player I've played with?
Tough choice.
I'd say either Harry Kane or Jude Bellingham.
I'm not mad at that.
I think Jude's got the levels to go like to the very, very top of the pyramid. I'm talking like literally at the top of the pyramid. But Harry Kane now, I would say, maybe.
If you could play with one legend,
I don't know about
it would
Harry,
be
you know.
Gaza. Paul Gascoigne, my dad's favourite player, and just
Baller.
love the way he played.
Absolute
Name your
baller.
toughest opponent.
Directly, yeah, I'll give you directly, because N'Golo Kante, when I first went to Leicester, he'd just gone to Chelsea. He was real tough to play against. I enjoyed the battle, but he was always made it tough.
See it. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. What happened to Maddison this year? I had high expectations for him. What's going on? Tottenham are going through a very interesting time, but I thought that Maddison was going to be a star this season, and he has not produced for whatever reason. Either way, love to hear what he had to say about his fellow comrades. I ain't mad at it.
Okocha.
Oh, I remember him.
And he's the only player I've ever played against who did 2 things to me in one game. The first one was a Megs, but it was a lovely one, and he got round and he proper one. Yeah, I thought, I've dived in a bit. I've got to give this fella some respect. Yeah. And the other one, he was stuck in a corner and he scooped one over my head. You know, like you go in and he scooped it over my head.
I remember
got it
that.
the other side. Yeah. And you know, and you just raged. I couldn't get near him.
No?
Mate, he had all sorts. He always played with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
And he could shoot.
Oh, so
you know what?
true.
Sorry, he scored a goal that don't get talked about enough. A free kick he hit with the outside of his boot.
Yeah.
He goes outside of the boot, kind of round the wall.
Just a free spirit.
Listen, man, JJ Okocha, I can't find a video of anyone saying anything bad about JJ. The man that they named twice. If there was ever a player to finish a career in the English Prem back in those days, it was him. Yes, he had all the ability and more. Try and know.
Rivaldo. I knew how good he was.
Danny Murphy's got some
And he
experience,
had that bit of an unusual style.
Yeah.
You know, the way he moved.
Bit dangly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know when he
Rivaldo was
struck the
special.
ball,
Yeah.
he had these little flicks, tricks, scoops. But when I played against him, I didn't realise how strong he was. I got this
That's
picture
true.
at home, right? The picture is me running with the ball.
Yeah.
And he's on the floor because he's just missed the tackle. Like looking at me from the floor. And the picture is as if I've just like
Gone past it.
yeah. My boy's 14. He loves FIFA and looking on all the players and all that. But that's the one picture I said to him, look, like a Rivaldo watching your dad fly by. They told him. And I got to share the pitch with someone as talented as him. Just incredible.
Rivaldo was such a weird player. It's almost like he popped up out of nowhere. This was pre-internet, so you only saw them at top flight. You didn't really see the journey they went through, and then all of a sudden you had this lanky left foot player at Barcelona. It was kind of like, who is this guy? He had very sharp features in the face. It was kind of like a Terminator 2 kind of vibe still. But what a player, what a trophy cabinet too, man. Like, good Lord, he is a legend. His name doesn't come up enough for me. Why is that?
Which player impressed you most in their first training session, Gary?
Rude. I remember scoring a goal with a strike with his right foot and thinking, oh, when he hits you straight away, Rude. I mean, to be fair, I knew Rooney. When Rooney started with us, I just knew him straight away. Rude for me was the one that I didn't know that well, be honest with you, playing in Holland. And he'd been injured, hadn't he, as well, and he came, and I just remember scoring a goal. I can still see it, and we're on the far pitch, actually, not even on the first team pitch.
He could strike a ball.
Oh my God, what a player.
Righty.
Anelka, bro. When Anelka had that first training session at 17.
Yeah, boy.
I say it, and I always say it, is that you know it's coming to an end for you.
Boy wonder.
He was unbelievable, James.
Yeah.
Pace, link-up play, left foot, right foot, movement. It was like, what the am I seeing here?
How's that feel for you?
But the thing is that it's not something that I was, because of the fact he was 17, the only problem was going to be was how quickly he was going to continue to produce and be consistent, and we saw what he done, what he went on to do. So I wasn't worried about it in respects of, oh my God, I'm out next week. But I'm thinking, this is the one.
Rude for me was a solid player, no doubt about it, and his history and his goal scoring and everything he's ever done speaks for itself. But Anelka was something different. Yes, I was around these times, and the talks and the whispers about Anelka were serious. Everyone feared him. He was special. Amongst number 9s and amongst forwards, he was the most feared one, no doubt about it, from that era. Defenders all across England were like, when they play against him, it's a long day in the office. Be prepared. Better have your Wheaties. You better have your Weetabix, player, because it could be a long day for you. Try and know.
Who's the best teammate you ever had?
I've been spoiled during my career. With Kaká, I had so many years. I think we did 6 years together. And probably with Kaká, I had the best natural connection that only got better over time, to a point where we didn't have to talk anymore and just look at each other and do things.
The ultimate big game player, and when you speak to some of his teammates, Lampard, Terry, that Chelsea team that were so successful, that were winning Premier Leagues, Champions Leagues and all that, he was at the forefront of it. Even the one they lost to Man United, he got sent off. If he doesn't get sent off, they probably win that one as well.
Very true.
For me, he would be close. I'd play Thierry, but he'd be close to being my centre forward in all-time Premier League 11. Doesn't get spoke about enough. In my opinion, Premier League, greatest African player to ever come over here.
Didier Drogba, aka Diddy, big boy player. Yes, had it all. He had strength, he could strike a ball, and he could head the ball. The only problem I ever had with Diddy was his hair. Yeah, I said it. Those French African boys are built a little different, man. I just don't understand it. Like, what was you thinking? A perm in the Prem? Are you mad? Let's move on, please, because I don't want to go there right now. I'm delicate right now.
Eze, I said this story. So we had Richie Eze come in.
He looks so young there.
Don't get twisted, in training we knew he was a baller. But we was wicked. We played direct football. We played back to front. We didn't use the midfielder, didn't play through the lines. Ainsworth didn't play us like that. So when you get somebody that's that techie, you're like, oh, wow, we get he's techie, but we need someone that's just going to win the ball back and do diags, because that's how we play.
Shithouse.
Yeah,
he was unplayable. He still is to this day.
It was so... But what you realise when somebody's just fucking that good. And I remember I sat down, Ainsworth used to call me in the morning and say, look, this is what I'm looking to go through on Saturday. What's your views? We're playing Cambridge away. So he's like, look, I'm thinking of starting Eze. So I was like, Gaff, Cambridge are massive. Big team, man. So I've gone, Gaff, you know, I think we've got to stay in the game. Then bring Eze on and we'll shut it down. He was like, you know what, cool. Like, I'll think about it. So anyway, we've got to start in 11, and Eze started. He scored his 2 debut goals in that. 2 goal of the seasons in that game. We won top left, top right.
Top
just did that. Bah, bah, bah.
Yeah.
I'm saying? I did want to say I did assist his first goal, but no, let's not put that out there. But I remember saying it afterwards. I remember even after it, taking him to the crowd and saying, this brother here is, and I remember going to the gaff and said, you know what, gaff? This is why I won't be a manager.
Akin Fenner with the beautiful words for Eze. I am a big fan of Eze. Unfortunately, he's not having the greatest season, but the potential is always there. Proper baller. And I have a real soft spot for Wycombe Wanderers because my dad actually played there in his latter years, and I don't know, it's a cool place, man. I like Wycombe. They can do no wrong by me for now, I guess. Time will tell.
I thought it was goalkeeper. He came to us.
I
he was
remember
so
him.
Professional, honestly. It was ridiculous. His shooting practice, you know, like 15, 12. After 3 shots, he's knackered. No. And I never realised he couldn't kick a football. Honestly, I'd never seen anything like it. We actually played Everton away the first game of the season, and none of us picked up on it. He couldn't reach the halfway line. And there was no wind. It was a perfect day.
You still won, though.
But then you look at his feet. Yeah, we probably won, yeah. You look at his feet. Size 14s. Honestly, he was just kicking the floor all the time. Honestly, a big flipper then, but honestly, disappointing.
Mark Bosnich, man. I remember him so well. I was at Villa for a while, but I'm not going to go there right now. And I remember him so well. They used to call him you. It was a lot. He got a lot of abuse, man. Like, he was chunky. And the rumor is true. He couldn't kick a ball. It was a known fact, but he did his job still. He was sufficient. That's the best word I can put. Great lad though. Like, a good night out. Yeah, call on Mark real quick.
Who's the most difficult attacker you've faced? You play against Rivaldo?
No, I haven't.
He was at United.
I haven't. I was suspended leading into that game and he didn't actually play.
Hazard.
Oh, it was a joke. Honestly, there was a moment we were playing Chelsea at theirs, just kind of like chasing shadows. But he just picked up the ball and done what he wanted with it, moved you into areas where you couldn't touch him.
I love Hazard, but funny enough, at his reign, I actually wasn't watching football a lot. I had just moved to America. Satellite and cable really wasn't available to me. The internet really wasn't popping around them times, and I ain't getting no viruses for no football game, that's for damn sure.
He ain't lying.
But I heard, I knew, and I respected Hazard's game 100%. It's a shame what happened to him at Real Madrid, but I heard the rumor mill that he wouldn't do well when he went there. But that's for a whole different story. It's a whole different video right there. Let's just keep it pushing. But baller upon baller regardless.
Yeah, Giovanni Di Santos.
Yeah.
I
played
at Tottenham with him. It's unbelievable.
Man.
Unbelievable. When Tottenham got him from Barcelona, you're thinking, oh my gosh, how has Tottenham been able to attract such a young talent like this from Barcelona? But when he came, the stuff that he could do with his feet, he was like Ronaldinho. He reminded me of Ronaldinho. You know, how he moved, his legs, the band in his hair and everything like that. Obviously things didn't probably work out as best as they would for him in the Premier League, but for me, he was a top player.
Giovanni was a boy wonder. Now, again, I didn't get to see him that much, but I heard through the grapevines that he was top flight. His career never went the distance that it should have. It's just one of those things with those techie kind of players, those special players, they burn out real quick. Hazards, Ronaldinho's, that kind of player is, I don't know, man, it's a real delicate sport. The game becomes more systematic, and that kind of flair and that kind of talent, one, your body can only take so much, and two, does it actually win you the games? Being techie is great, but is it sufficient to get us to the next level? Is it winning games? Is it getting results? Is it winning trophies? Don't forget, football is a business now. Entertainment's great and all, but are you producing? Alright, people's gonna wrap it up there. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, give me a like and a thumbs up and all that good stuff. Share it on to someone you think that will enjoy the footage, and I will make a part 2 if I get enough likes and all that. Stay focused, stay blessed, look more.
What was it about Scholesy?
I used to get jealous of how good he was.
Did you really?
I used to go home and think, it's impossible to be that good. You'd try and press him and he'd already have a picture in his brain what he was going to do. So I'd try press him, he'd just play it round me, like using techniques that were just far ahead. So you thought, right, I won't press him because he's just going to pop it around me, and then he'd just dictate the game. like the orchestra. It was unbelievable. And then technically a joke. He's the only person that hits the ball and it used to go like. He used to hit it so pure, like a golfer. It's like a 2-iron.
You know what, I love Scholes to bits, but he's a prick at the same time. Do you know why, right? Because in training, yeah, if we were doing like a game or 6-a-side or something like that and you made a save or it dropped down to about 3 or 4 yards, man, he would rifle it in the back of the net, yeah, with everything he's got. And if I'm trying to block it still, he don't give a shit, mate. He would just put his boot through it, right? And he wouldn't care. It could hit me plumb in the face, yeah? He don't care. He's got no remorse, no nothing, right? He still do it every single time. And he used to just laugh. Every single time. You're such a twat.